Senator Collins is speaking up for fire departments she says are set to be harmed by increased Canadian tariffs if and when they go into effect. Collins sent a letter to the Department of Commerce Secretary and U.S. Trade Representative about her concerns. She says it's impossible for fire departments in rural Maine and New England to afford the added cost of tariffs. She points to family-owned Aroostook County business K&T Fire Equipment that works with a Canadian company to fabricate and assemble fire trucks. If the increased tariffs on Canadian steel and aluminum go into effect after the 90-day pause, the trucks could cost up to $90,000 more. Collins is asking the Commerce Department to carve out an exemption for items that were under contract for production before President Trump's February tariff announcement.